Recently, PragerU released a video titled Killing Comedy. You will find a link to said video in the description. Not that it is worth watching. As is the normal from fracking billionaire-funded conservative propagandists, the video was very bad and filled with all manner of dishonest propaganda. I think one example from this video nicely sums up the small logical leaps that propagandists make to try to sell a message. The video is presented by some loser from the Babylon Bee. The Babylon Bee is, to anyone who doesn't know, a crappy version of The Onion and a good example of failed satire. The point of this deranged video is basically to say that the radical left has made reality into a joke. It echoes the sentiments displayed by neo-Nazis who think reality is a clown world. Why do they think this? Probably because society has progressed and their troglodyte brains struggle to keep up. In the PragerU video, they go through a number of satirical headlines and how they apparently actually happened. You can see one example of a cut frame from the PragerU video of one such satirical Babylon Bee headline and a later supposed real version of it. The Babylon Bee satirical article says, quote, "BLM rioters awarded Nobel Peace Prize," end quote. A supposed Real Guardian article says, quote, "Black Lives Matter movement nominated for Nobel Peace Prize," end quote. The propagandists are casually trying to claim that the satire and the real-life article are the same. They are not. This is the kind of conflation propagandists like PragerU casually make and rely upon. The audience normally does not look into it and it casually falls for such basic examples of propaganda. The issue, of course, is that these two article headlines, one being satirical and one being real, are entirely different in multiple different ways. Because they are entirely different, they have very different meanings. For starters, the satirical article says BLM rioters, while the real one says the Black Lives Matter movement. The difference, of course, is that the Black Lives Matter rioters are violent and fringe extremists. The Black Lives Matter movement is 93% peaceful and stands for respectable goals. These things are very different, and pretending they are the same is the kind of casual deceit that propagandists rely upon. If this distinction was not already enough, we have the fact that the satirical article says awarded, while the real article says nominated. These things are very different. Basically, anyone can be nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. Actually getting the prize is a very different thing and far more challenging. The two articles are completely different, and PragerU are moronic propagandists who try to slip false information and misleading comparisons into every second of their videos. Even if these two articles were the same, I would still dismiss the point that this means we are living in some kind of modern clown world. How crazy that violent people would win the Nobel Peace Prize. Henry Kissinger won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1973, and he did far more harm to people than any BLM rioters. Still, you will not see PragerU talking about that. It is small examples of propaganda like this that the right uses to build up a misleading narrative which pulls millions of people to the right. We must be careful we do not let subtle, misleading comparisons like this and similar propaganda fool us.